warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nifa Hamaliani. In this session, I'm as a Prime Minister. And here I would like to deliver the motion that the host believe that the purchase of second-hand plan for the Air Force should be continued. The motion suggests the ongoing acquisition of used aircraft for the air rather than opting for new ones. So, why use second-hand planes? For this, it's better to look at some important factors. First is effectiveness compared to new aircraft. Second-hand aircraft offer significant saving, freeing up resources for modernization and other critical investment. Second-hand planes can be significantly cheaper than new ones, costing a fraction of the original price. This can free up a budget for other critical defense initiatives like training, maintenance, and research. Second is immediate development. We need to address existing gap in our power capabilities now. Used aircraft, which are often already operational, can be deployed faster than waiting for new deliveries. Third is performance. Many used aircraft are robust in design and have a long history of reliable service. These aircraft can effectively meet our immediate needs while we plan for long-term modernization. Next is a strategy consideration. Investing in a used aircraft is not just about saving money. It's about making smart strategy decisions. These aircraft, there are deter potential threats. A strong air presence is essential for regional stability and national security. These aircraft allow us to strengthen our defense without having to incur huge costs. Next is training our pilots and maintaining readiness. These aircraft provide a valuable training platform from our pilots, ensuring their skill and preparedness remain at a peak level. Combat aircraft are the main equipment in the defense system of the Indonesian Air Force. These military vessels have been designed to carry out military operations and also as means of transporting soldiers and military equipment. According to Flight Global, it is 2023 World Air Forces report. Indonesia currently has a number of combat aircraft, both active and on order. Reporting from CNBC, Indonesia will have 48 new fighter jets, 24 units for F-15 EX made by Boeing of the United States and 24 units of Rafale jets made by the South in France. In addition, Indonesia booked the second-hand that planes are the second-hand Mirage 2045 from Qatar and the Eurofighter Typhoon. Reporting from CNBC, Mirage 2045 is its fourth generation fighter. Also used second-hand, but still have a lifespan of 10 until 15 years because it has only been used for approximately 30% of the flying hours that can be used. The Mirage 2045 is a fighter jet made by the South Aviation in France, which also makes a Rafale. And Rafale is a 4.5 generation. This aircraft will be used for training and transition before the arrival of Rafale. The Defense Minister booked 12 unit with a price 12 trillion rupiah through Excalibur International Training Agent and Czechoslovak Group or CST in January. The reason of for the purchase of using fighter aircraft because Indonesia needs fighter jets that can be delivered quickly to cover the decline in the combat readiness of military air force. Regarding filling the gap, because the new Rafale fighter jet will come in 3 years. For Eurofighter Typhoon, aircraft report by CNBC Indonesia in 2020, the defense minister plans to buy 15 units. The aircraft is used from Austria. Plus, its purchasing second-hand is a calculated and strategic move that allows us to meet immediate needs, maintaining readiness, and invest in future modernization, all within our financial limitation. And a strong and effective air force is not just about the latest technology, but also about having the right tools to secure our skies and defense our nation. So that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Studi Ramadaniar and I'm as a leader of opposition. Purchasing used aircraft is actually the reason why it is currently difficult of international defense industry to enter global supply chain. This because purchasing used aircraft is a policy model and then there is more oriented towards the short term and project rather than a long-term participant and investment. The government should refer for the long-term partnership and investment. And then the buying use the goods as mandate law number 16, and then concerning to defense industry in article 43 paragraph 5, it is imperative that the purchasement of the defense and security equipment for the abroad and security meet the required. And then among others, the participant of the domestic defense industry and then the obligation for transfer technology. The purchase of the 12 used the fighter jets from the Qatar make the impossible for the Indonesian government and to transfer data or technology. And then according to Arjuna, Indonesian bought the 12 used the Mirage 2005 fighter jet from Qatar with the indication is not producing country but is not only user. And then the purchase of the 12 used a Mirage 2005 fighter jet from Qatar actually weaken the Indonesian national defense system. And then the reason is that the aircraft is the fourth generation aircraft which requirement repair and increase capacity from the producing country, and meanwhile the government buy is not from the producing country. And then procurement and main weapons system equipment or alutsista is a complex and a long-term activity starting from the concept and planning phase, design and production, delivery or operationalization, and then maintenance throughout the useful life until finally the scraps. And purchasing define the equipment which the goods are often available on the market. So this is erased to know actually, but as well as the many provider, most the defense equipment is the design and made according to buyer is other. The, the purchasing to defense equipment also depends greatly on political decisions and both producing and purchasing countries. Often producing countries consider to balance power other regions in the sense do want to be weapons they sell to rather than friendly and the country. In the domestic country, political decisions are not only taken by government but also by the policeman allow the change to occur when there is the challenge government as ruling party in the parliament. The case of the use defense equipment purchase, there are so many benefits they may achieve it. Defense equipment delivery time away by faster, and then the cost is usually cheaper than buying new defense equipment. However, the risk rise if the used defense equipment purchase is now owned by producing country. The used defense equipment must be checked and ensure that it is safe and reliable. And then, however, only the producing country and company can ensure and safety and reliability and then defense equipment while improving and increasing the technology capacity. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished judges and respected opponents, thank you for providing us the opportunity to discuss a crucial aspect of our national defense strategy. My name is Muhammad Falfadanto, and I here stand before you as the Deputy Prime Minister to advocate for the continued purchase of second-hand planes for our Air Force. A strategy that, despite certain risks, holds significant advantages for the long-term interests of our nation. To address the concern, the primary advantage of acquiring second-hand planes lies in cost effectiveness and quick delivery times. In a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape, swift acquisition of defense capabilities is essential. According to a news report by Defense Post, second-hand planes or purchasing pre-owned aircraft can save substantial costs compared to buying new ones, enabling us to allocate resources efficiently to other critical areas of defense, such as advanced early warning system and land-to-air missile platforms, or etc., bolstering our military assets. And second-hand planes often come with operational experience, providing our Air Force with valuable insights and lessons. This can enhance our military readiness and operational capabilities. The International Journal of Defense Acquisition of Technology highlights the importance of leveraging the operational history of used equipment in enhancing overall defense capabilities. For example, when buying Marines 2000 or a family from the French, pilots won't need to learn extensively because they have military advisor from the French or the Qatar. And concerning with issues, the conflict that occurs in Europe or in the Middle East, our military needs flexibility and adaptability to respond to emerging threats sooner or later. Not only air, but also land and sea. They are in need of an upgrade. Seeing how our air military assets are, second-hand planes would allow us to diversify our fleet rapidly, adapting to evolving security challenges. And article. The Diplomat emphasizes a strategic advantage of maintaining diverse mix of aircraft to address a spectrum of scenarios efficiently, and to mitigate risk. While there are inherent risks in purchasing second-hand equipment, advancement in inspection technologies and collaboration with the selling nations can mitigate these concerns. A report from Jane Defense Weekly discusses how rigorous quality assurance measures can be implemented to ensure the safety and reliability of acquired defense equipment. Contrary to claims they use planes risk technological obsolescence, or experts argue that cost-effective upgrades can be implemented to enhance their capabilities. An analysis by defense industry daily explores how retrofitting and modernization of programs can keep second-hand aircraft competitive in the rapidly evolving landscape of military technology. Fulfilling number 16 2012 Constitution, where the defense industry in Article 43. And our national defense strategy must be pragmatic and adaptable. In times of budget constraints, second-hand acquisition provide valuable option to bolster our capabilities. A commentary of foreign policies emphasizes the strategic necessity of making judicious decisions to balance capability and cost in defense procurement. In conclusion, the purchase of second-hand planes is not a compromise on our national defense, but a strategic decision grounded in fiscal responsibility and operational pragmatism. By continuing this practice, a robust and flexible Air Force capable of responding effectively to contemporary security challenges. Let us prioritize the long term interests of our nations while navigating the complexities of our defense procurement. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As a deputy leader of opposition, I hereby strongly oppose to the statement of the Deputy Prime Minister's point of cost effectiveness in purchasing second-hand Air Force, considering that the decision to buy used fighter jets had drew public criticism, including several members of Commission 1 of the House of Representatives. Tubagus Hasanuddin questioned the urgency of the purchase of used fighter jets by the Ministry of Defense and suggested that the contract be cancelled. In consideration of the new purchase of 42 new Rafale aircraft that will arrive in the next 3 years in stages. In line with that, members of Commission 1 Sukamta assessed that the purchase of used fighter jets has the potential to cause problems in the future related to the limited service life of fighter aircraft. Further criticism was also conveyed by Sharif Hassan, who stated that used fighter jets were considered not optimal in maintaining Indonesian airspace. And there were high budget consideration for maintenance and maintenance costs. As the case of member of Commission 1, House of Representatives Republic of Indonesia, Major General TNI Tubagus Hasanuddin revealed that the purchase of one squadron or 12 units Mirage 2005 fighter jets from Qatar cost 792 million US dollar, or the equivalent of almost 12 trillion Indonesian rupiah, as we assume an exchange rate of 14,800 Indonesian rupiah per US dollar. Hasanuddin also stated that the problem lies in the fact that the Mirage 2005 aircraft was purchased by the Qatar Air Force from France in the late 1980s. This means that it is 3 decades old and only has 10 years left for use. This PDI Perjuangan politician revealed the fact that the used aircraft will only receive service support for the first 3 years, after which the remaining 7 years will require expensive payments. Hasanuddin said that instead of buying a used plane, a new one would be better. If we calculated the price per unit for the used Qatari Mirage 2005 that we bought is around 66 million US dollar per unit. If we look at the price range for new fighter jets on the global market, it currently ranges from 67 million US dollar to 135 million US dollar. Tubagus also said, for choices of new fighter jets that are close to the US dollar 66 million figure, there are the Super Hornet, which costs 67 million US dollar per unit, and then F-35A, which costs 77 million US dollar per unit, Gripen, which costs 85 million US dollar per unit, or F-15EX, which costs $87 million per unit. With a budget of 792 US dollar million, equivalent to nearly 12 trillion Indonesian rupiah, allocated by the Ministry of Defense to purchase Mirage 2005, Hasanuddin added that Indonesia could actually acquire almost one squadron of new F-35A, SAAB Gripen, or F-15EX fighter jets, which undoubtedly have a longer lifespan of up to 40 years and more reliable spare parts service guarantees. Or if possible, at 150 million US dollar, we can get a full squadron of new F-35A, SAAB Gripen, or F-15EX, and we will definitely have a more devastating effect on national airspace in the long term. So why force buy an old plane?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and respected opponent. As a member of government, I'd like to address the concern raised by Deputy Leader of Opposition regarding the purchase of used fighter jet. While it is acknowledged that there has been public criticism and questioning from members of Commission I of the House Representative, it is essential to consider the broader context. The decision to buy second-hand fighter jet is based on comprehensive assessment of our nation's defense need and budget constraints. Firstly, it's crucial to highlight that the purchase of used Mirage 2005 jets is a strategic move to maintain a cost-effective defense capability. The criticism regarding the limited service life of this aircraft should be seen in the context of their intended use and the specific operational requirement key fulfill. The Deputy Leader of Opposition mentioned the potential problems associated with the limited service life of Mirage 2005. However, it is important to note that defense acquisition involve intricate consideration beyond just the age of the aircraft. The expertise our event personal current geopolitical landscape and the specific roles. These fighter jets are designed for must be taken into account. Moreover, the argument comparing the price of the used Mirage 2035 to that of new fighter jets overlooks the fact that the latter option might come with additional costs, such as training programs, infrastructure upgrade, and maintenance facilities. The initial purchase price is only one aspect of the overall expenditure. Okay, so in the conclusion, the decision to buy second-hand fighter jet is well-considered strategy that balance our defense need with fiscal responsibility. The Mirage 2035, despite its age, remain viable and cost-efficient option for specific requirement of our Air Force. We must prioritize the effective use of limited resources to ensure the security and sovereignty of our nation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very special debate today. I am Muhammad Haris Saiful Mukhtar as a member of opposition, and I want to answer the statement by a member of government. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand at a crucial juncture in our national defense strategy, and it is our responsibility as the opposition to scrutinize government decisions that impact the security and capabilities of our armed force. Today, I bring to your attention the matter of grave concern to continue purchase of second-hand planes for our Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, while we acknowledge the budgetary constraints and the need for cost-effective solution, we cannot ignore the inherent risks and drawbacks associated with acquiring outdated aircraft. Our military strength lies in its ability to adapt to evolving threats and deploy cutting-edge technology to safeguard our nation. First and foremost, the technological disparity between our current adversaries and ourselves is widening. By investing in second-hand planes, we risk sending our brave men and women into the skies with equipment that may be obsolete and ill-equipped to face the challenges of modern warfare. Our force deserves the best tool available to ensure their success and the safety of our citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, maintenance issue pose another serious concern. The operational costs associated with older aircraft can quickly escalate due to increased maintenance requirements and the scarcity of spare parts. We cannot afford to compromise on the readiness and reliability of our Air Force by burdening them with engine fleets that demand constant attention and resources. Furthermore, the limited upgradability of second-hand planes puts us at a strategic disadvantage in an era where adversaries constantly enhance their capabilities. We risk falling behind if our Air Force is constrained by the limitation of outdated technology. Our national security demands forward-looking approaches, the priorities, the acquisition of modern adept aircraft, dependence of foreign suppliers for spare parts and technical support is a vulnerability we must avoid. Relying on external sources for critical components compromise our sovereignty and leaves us exposed to potential disruption in the supply chain during times of geopolitical uncertainty. And ladies and gentlemen, in the conclusion, while fiscal responsibility is crucial, we must not compromise the long-term effectiveness and readiness of our air force. It is our duty to ensure that our armed forces have the tools and the technology they need to protect our nation and its citizens. I urge the government to reconsider the continuation of purchasing second-hand planes and instead focus on investing instead of the art. I think that's all, everyone. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We had a great debate today. I am Ukumawa, as a member of the government and became the government whip. Today's debate will conclude with the government stating the following: combat aircraft are the main equipment in the defense system of Indonesian Air Force. Currently, Indonesia has 12 units of Mirage 2005 Air Force fighter aircraft. Because new fighter aircraft will come in the long term, Indonesian Defense Ministry is buying used fighter aircraft to fill gaps in military defense in the Air Force. Used fighter aircraft means aircraft that have been used before can still be used. The second-hand aircraft to be purchased are the second-hand Mirage 2005 from Qatar and the Eurofighter Typhoon. In addition to buying new fighter jets, the Defense Minister also bought used ones, namely the Mirage 2005 fighter aircraft that Qatar had previously used. The aircraft has been purchased as many as 12 at a price of 12 trillion rupiah through Excalibur International Trading Agent, Ceko Group in January. The reason for the purchase of used fighter aircraft because Indonesia needs fighter jets that can be delivered quickly to cover the decline in the combat red lines of the TNI Air Force. The Mirage 2005 is a fighter made by Dassault Aviation, France, which also makes Rafale. This aircraft will be used for training and transition before the arrival of Rafale, the 4.5 generation fighter. For Eurofighter Typhoon aircraft reported by CNBC Indonesia in 2020, the Defense Minister plans to buy 15 units. The aircraft is used from Austria. Used aircraft, which are often already operational, can be deployed faster than waiting for new deliveries. These aircraft can effectively meet our immediate needs while we plan for long-term modernization. Additionally, the cost saving from the initial purchase can be allocated to maintenance and upkeep, ensuring continued awareness. Addressing the concerns in a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape, swift acquisition of defense capability is essential. According to a report by Defense Force new website, purchasing pre-owned aircraft can save substantial costs compared to buying new, enabling us to allocate resources efficiently to other critical areas of defense. The International Journal of Defense Acquisition and Technology highlights the importance of leveraging the operational history of used equipment in enhancing overall defense capability. An article in the Diplomat Post emphasizes the strategic advantage of maintaining a diverse mix of aircraft to address a spectrum of scenarios efficiently. Mitigating risk. Contrary to claims the use planned is technology obsolescence, experts argue that cost-effective upgrade can be implemented to enhance their capability. And analysis by defense industry daily explores how retrofitting and modernization program can keep second-hand aircraft competitive in the rapidly evolving landscape of military technology. National defense imperative. In terms of budget constraints, second-hand acquisition provide a viable option to bolster our capability. A commentary in foreign policy emphasized the strategic necessity of making judicious decisions to balance capability and cost in defense procurement. In conclusion, the purchase of second-hand planes is not a compromise on our national defense, but a strategic decision grounded in fiscal responsibility and operational pragmatism. Environmental considerations. The production of a military plane involves substantial resource consumption and emissions. Opting for existing model mitigates the energy footprint and contributes to our commitment to environmental responsibility. It enables us to strengthen our defense capability while maintaining fiscal discipline, ensuring rapid adaptability, and contributing to environmental sustainability. That's all from government whip. Thank you for attention. Thank you.